As a
Just the
follow-up
act.
to its Jesus shoes, the company MSCHF will sell triple sixes pairs of Satan shoes in collaboration with Lil Nas X. And apparently they're gonna have blood in them, and Nike doesn't approve.
Yeah, exactly. So many questions. But this shoe is tied to his. He has a new music video out called Montero. For those who don't know, and in Montero, he is, among other things, lap dancing on the devil. If in case you haven't seen it, and when I say lap dancing, I mean in his underwear, like full on lap dancing on the male devil. So I guess these shoes are tied because they have that satanic thing to them, and the blood came from the employees, like 6 employees of the company, and it's in the ink that they use to write one of the scriptures. There's a biblical scripture that they quote on the shoe as well, so it's in there and in the bubble, the little bubble that the shoe has. But my confusion is like, how you make a shoe with a Nike swoosh and Nike has no part of it? I don't get how they're able to get away with that. But my main thing when I sent this to you is is this an example of somebody literally selling their soul for fame, you think? I
hundred
know you haven't
percent,
seen the video.
100% is. Um, I've said it a couple of times. My religious beliefs on this podcast. I'm a Christian, and some people could look at this and they could just be like, "Look, it's entertainment." You know, there's a TV show called Lucifer, for goodness sakes, right? Movies and so on and so forth, right? But let's just stay here. And some people could just look at it as, "Hey, it's just entertainment," you know, and that's fine, right? It is just entertainment. And Lil Nas X, whether he knows it or not, and also everybody else involved with this shoe, but let's keep it on Lil Nas X, whether he knows it or not, he is involuntarily, so let's just go with the narrative that he doesn't know. He is involuntarily working with the devil. What are we talking about here? If I'm not a Donald Trump fan, or if I don't support the KKK, probably not going to see me with a KKK shirt on or a Donald Trump shirt on. No, I don't care how cold it is. I'm not putting it on. Right? So a lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, it's just the aesthetics, it's cool, it's da 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 da. And that's all good. But that's what Satan wants. That's what the devil wants. He wants you to take him. I'm going to try not to get too preachy, but he wants to do the little light touch. He doesn't want to be so in your face and horns and scary. No, he wants it to be fun. Because when it's fun, then more people are attracted to it, and that's what he wants. So if Lil Nas X thinks he's just having fun with it, I gotta be honest with you, bro. That was having fun with you. Do you know what I mean? With you. And at the end of the day, there's a price to pay for all this. Yes, he's cashing out. Of course he is. Getting a shoe. Are you kidding me? He's cashing out. But at what cost?
Yeah, and I mean, that's you. Think about it this way, though. Think about it this way. So this is him doing this, and of course you're a religious person, so you have that aspect of it. But there's another aspect that has to be considered as well. And of course, you are not part of this community, but if you are part of the LGBTQ community, and you see this, you're watching this music video, and this is somebody who is outwardly gay, has come out a long time ago, and is big in music, and you're a fan of his now. You see this and you watch this, and I know it's hard to put yourself in the shoes of somebody like that, but if you could put yourself in the shoes, you see this music video, you hear about this shoe, how do you feel now? Does this change your perception of him? Are you still a fan, or you know what I mean?
That all depends on where my stance is religiously. Because gay people are still Christians. There's still churches that accept gay people. You know what I mean? So it all depends, and it really, and just scratch even churches, whether or not I'm invited or not. If I'm a part of that community, it just still depends on my stance. Just because I'm a part of that community doesn't mean I'm not religious. So, like I said, and I don't even know Lil Nas X's religion. He could be.
But I mean from the aspect of how does this make? Does this have a bad effect on the gay community? Like, if you're not gay and you're watching this video, this is a man who is. Now you're in, as far as rap community goes, that's the only gay person that we know that's in that community, right? So this is kind of the symbol as far as that, and this is how they're portraying themselves. Are you offended by that?
No, I'm not. I'm not offended at all. As far as my hypothetical sexuality is concerned, I don't take offense to that. I would only be offended if I was Christian. I'm straight, I'm Christian, I'm offended. He's a gay person doing this, and I'm straight, I'm offended. You understand what I'm saying? So, right. I get your point, but if it was just based on sexual orientation, as far as like him being a representative of our community, if I was, part of that community, I would not be offended by that. It all depends on what my religion is. That's the only way that I'll be offended.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, I think I agree with you. I don't know how I would feel about him now if I was a fan, whether I was gay or not, just at this point, because, like, I mean, it doesn't get any more, just like, everybody already had their feelings about him as far as an artist, right? And I understand doing what you have to do to try to get attention, but I mean, there's limits to everything. And I did watch the music video because I wanted to see what everybody was talking about. And trust me, when you watch it, it's worse than just sitting here and thinking about what's in the video. Just me telling you what's in it, and probably the visual that you're creating.
My mind's already going.
It's worse. The video is worse, my man. It is so much worse, and I don't understand his thinking about this, especially with wanting, just coming out and gaining all that sympathy from all of these people and gaining all of that support, and then you doing something like this, showing that your motives are not really about morality. You can be an atheist. You don't have to be religious. That's cool. But you don't have to go against everybody else like this, because then when people attack the gay community, what is your defense now, homeboy? Because you just came after everybody that's religious, pretty much.
It's pretty fucked up.
I don't know if that was his intention, but that is kind of what he did. So now if I'm a heavily Christian, if I'm a heavy Christian now, right, and I see Lil Nas X and I come at him now for being gay, which, I mean, people were doing it before, so they're going to do it after. Mm-hmm. But now if I do it, can you get mad at me for doing it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm just saying.
But I understand what you're saying.
Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, and especially when you put money on top of that, it's just, I don't know, man. I wasn't really checking for Lil Nas X's music in the first place, but after seeing this little stunt, I now have zero likings for him and anything that he represents at this point.
Agreed.
This is crazy.
Agreed. Remember when I told you, and I mean it today, one of his biggest songs, or one of the biggest songs, Old Town Country Road, I've never even heard it.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with his sexuality. It's just, I don't like country music. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to listen to it. And I wonder
how many of the people that supported him with that song were religious. Sorry to cut you off. I just want
to. That's a great question. It's a great question, and I damn sure ain't gonna be listening to this. So yeah, I didn't mean to be looking away from the screen. It's just in the interest of the conversation. I was just trying to find out if it speaks to his religion anywhere. No, it doesn't say anything. I'm trying to find it. Nothing. But yeah. Anyways, the point is yeah, bro. You're gonna have some interesting conversations, in my opinion, on Judgment Day. So I hope you're ready for that. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here? Are we tripping? Do you guys think it's just entertainment? Leave it in the comments, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I want to hear from people from the LGBT community on this one too.
Good point. Yeah, man.
I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear specifically how y'all feel about this. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from people who are religious, how they feel about this, but I already know how y'all feel about that. So I want to hear from somebody that I don't know, because I may be just, tripping out here for no reason.
Yes, that's a great point. LGBTQ plus community. After this content has been put out, are you all now deterred from Lil Nas X? Do you feel like still driving on that Old Town Country Road? Y'all be taking the freeway with the rest of us. Leave it in the comments. Adeusis.